I definitely see a difference in my lower half of my
Okay.
body and also more definition in the upper half, because those push-ups are really hard, but they've
Okay.
gotten a lot easier. So I see the difference there in my upper body. My upper body strength
Okay.
is different than it was, before I started the program. Since the program has evolved, it's gotten harder, and that takes a certain, I guess, I don't want to use the word motivation because I guess there's just more of me less negotiating in the gym. When I go in and I'm doing a program, I'm just going to do it. There's that mindset that it's kind of just built in now. I don't have to train myself to say, okay, like I just have to do one more of this. I just have to do two more of these and then I'm done. I don't go into it that way. If I miss a workout now, I don't feel good the next day. Um, so there's that in terms of what I've noticed, which is a big shift from when I started and I didn't want to do something. I would just like avoid it. But now I don't avoid it. I don't really negotiate. I just go in and I know I can do it. So I do it. And when I come out, I feel great. And I remember this feeling because it helps me throughout my day. It's a real thing. Like endorphins are a real thing for your body to experience. They help your brain, they help your body. They make you feel good. You want to be, you just feel better. It's like a natural antidepressant. That's how it feels. You feel better because you're just high on yourself. It's great.
Mhm.
So there's that half of it. And also, because you feel better, you want to treat yourself better. You want to maybe eat better, eat less sugar, eat the thing that doesn't have a lot of processed carbs in it because you're working hard on your body.
Mhm.
So that makes a difference, right? Although I had a little bit from that before, um, I definitely do notice the way I eat now is a lot better. But I'm also fueling my body better than what I was doing before, which is different. I'm eating more protein. Um, it gives me more energy that I require, and I wouldn't I wasn't eating that much before. Um, but now like my body is using that fuel, so I notice that I just function a little bit better if I'm using my body is able to use more protein. And so I give it that,
Mhm.
and I'm like not afraid to use it. So there's that give and take. So eat less garbage, eat more of what you need. And I eat according to, my cycle needs.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty aware of that. Um, and yeah, I would say those are the biggest changes that I've noticed with my body and myself in the program.
Okay. You touched on something that I found very interesting as a coach. You said before you would just avoid something, now it's become a non-negotiable. And I know you meant that that's non-negotiable right now is your training, your workout. You do it in the morning 4 or 5 times a week, sets up your day and everything. You feel great about your day. It spills over in other areas of your life. But are you also now using that non-negotiable, or I'll rephrase it, um, non-avoiding mentality in other areas of your life too? Or was it too early to ask, or is it spilling over yet? Or yeah.
Yeah, I think for sure. I do notice that on the days that I work out, when there's something I know I don't want to do, I do it after my workout because I have more energy. I have the I'm just gonna go it and do it and like it's done. I have that mentality more so after my workouts than
Mm.
before. Before, like if I didn't want to do something, I would just kind of like wait and have the time to do it. And now I'm just like, no, that thing I want to do, I'm just gonna go and do it now. And
Mm.
I kind of do it. So yeah, it does give you a little bit more of a push. And half of that is just having the mental clarity
Mm.
and maybe a little bit of a mental boost where you've already done something so physically hard.
Mm.
that thing that you're going to do later, it can't be that much harder, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think there's an aspect of you're pushing yourself in one way physically. It translates to a little bit more mental clarity later on, or a little bit more mental, have a little bit more mental capacity
Mm,
at the end of it.
mm.
So I have noticed that now that you pointed out.
Yeah. And is that because of the statement you said? And I've heard this a million times already because this is what I do and I experience it still already. Does the confidence go up and strength go up to attack things that we want to avoid after doing a strength workout because our strength is up, our confidence is up? Or is it because we've just done the hardest thing part of the day and nothing else could be harder than like 25 single leg glute workouts, lifting those overheads, doing push-ups for a woman that was never able to do push-ups before, and now she's doing push-ups with her daughter on the back or working towards another goal? Is it because you see that you're kind of like earning your stripes, and now you're like, crap, I'm actually growing, and there's the other thing that I would have avoided in the past is actually not as difficult as this one.
I think it's all connected. It's
Mm,
kind of like $1 million question, but it's not really. It's you're physically training your body, but that's translating into creating more neural circuits in your brain,
mm,
right? And it's kind of expanding your brain. Our bodies were meant to move, and all of those circuits are in our brain.
mm,
So you're using more circuits in your brain. Your brain is becoming more plastic. Even if you think about lifting a dumbbell, the circuits are already going on in your brain.
mm.
So all those things that you're doing afterwards, maybe it doesn't take as much effort to activate those circuits, right?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Maybe that's what is going on. So if you look at from a biological perspective, maybe that's what's happening, right? And
Yeah.
then you have different endorphins in your body that are helping you do that because they're there, right?
Yeah. 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 If someone were to ask you, who is almost 12 weeks younger than you, because you started almost 12 weeks ago, and say, all right, how long in terms of days of number of days or number of weeks did it take for you to get to a point of where you got to a point of strength and non-avoidance versus how you were avoiding things before? Like, what's that magic number? And is the same formula going to work for someone else? That worked for you. How many weeks did it take you to get there mentally? Like, when did you first notice it? Because I know it grows every week more. But when was the first week you noticed it? 4 week into it, 6 week into it, you know?
I think it took a good 6 to 7 weeks
Right.
to
So,
really notice, oh, there's something different about what I'm doing or
yeah,
how
yeah,
I go about my day.
yeah.
So it took me a few weeks into the program
Mm,
to look at even like the posts I was writing you and say at the end of this workout,
mm,
what did I think? Or even attempting this workout, like how am
mm.
I going to go into it? Um, it took a few weeks because I haven't been training like this for, I don't know, over 2 years.
Yeah,
Not like this.
yeah.
So
And what would you say if the question is somebody else says, well, will I feel like the way you feel in 6 weeks?
you're going to feel something. You're going to feel something for
There's an
sure.
answer to that. You'll feel something, but I can't guarantee whether you're going to feel it in 6 or 12. I can't tell you that, right? You
Yeah,
feel
everybody
something,
is
though.
so different,
Yeah,
but you're going to feel something, let me tell you.
yeah.